Hello everyone and welcome back to Groove Gaming. Today we're back with another Guardian PvP build coverage and gameplay. Now I just gotta say right off the bat, I've had so much fun with Guardian in this season. Season 4, I think I'm going to be maining Guardian through this whole entire season, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But this build is going to be the meta build, Symbolic. Now you can go to metabattle.com. I will have the link in the description below, so you guys can check that out if you'd like. But overall, you're going to be bursting everything down like real fast, and it's going to hurt other people. You're going to have a lot of fun. You do have some team utility slash support stuff, but it's not really that good compared to like druids or tempests, who can just out heal you and out like CC you. So you're really sticking with damage. So that being said, let's just jump straight into the video. So we're going to be covering the weapons, sigils, amulets, runes, and then our specs, like how I always do, and then just go into the weapons and utilities and how I play them, and how I've been trying to like grasp my head around this just OP spec, at least in my opinion. Okay, so we're going to take Scepter, Shield, and Sword Focus. I typically start off in Scepter, Shield, and then I will switch to Sword and Focus. But I will talk about it a little later. Just gonna tell you right now, I start off with Scepter, Shield, and then go into Sword and Focus. Our sigils are Air, Fire, another Air, and Blood. The rune we're taking is Rune of the Pack for more power and a bit of swiftness duration, so we can get to points faster and get home faster if we're needed. And next we're taking Marauder's Amulet. And on the website, MetaBattle, you can also take Mending Amulet if you want more healing. But since I already covered the bunker build and I like that for healing, I chose to stick with Marauders just for a more of a pure damage builds. And so far I'm really enjoying it. So we've covered that. Now we're going to go back into the specializations. We're going to take an Honor, Valor, and Dragon Hunter. First one we're taking is Protective Reviver. I always get that. Oh, my brain can't get my head wrapped around that. But you will activate a giant shield that knocks back players. And you have faster revive times. So that's always nice. Next we're taking Pure of Heart, which in the bunker build we also take that. So I was expecting this anyway, but this heals whenever Aegis is used. And next we're taking Writ of Persistence, which means your symbols last longer, they're larger, and they'll heal. This is a little bit more of a support aspect. It's not super good, but you do get those small ticks of healing that could end up just adding up over time, give you a little bit more health, a little bit of an edge when you're fighting. So that's the Honor. Again, purely support based, Aegis and healing, keeping you alive and keeping others alive. Next we're going to be taking Valor. Smiter's Boon. You will smite conditions away, meaning that you remove conditions. And with Monk's Focus, you will also heal. And Monk's Focus is basically anytime you use a meditation skill, you heal. And then the second trait we're taking is Stalwart Defender, which gives you increased toughness and reduces the recharge on your shield skills. This is the same as the bunker version, just a little bit different in the sense that you're taking Writ of Persistence. And then everything else for Dragon Hunter is the same. Piercing Light, Hunter's Determination, and Hunter's Fortification. Really everything is the same compared to the bunker. You're just doing more damage, thanks to your amulets, sigils, runes, all that good stuff, and your utilities, of course. So that's really the builds for the specs, the amulets, runes, weapons, sigils. Now I'm going to be talking a little bit about the weapons and how I use them. So I mentioned before that I start out with Scepter Shields first. I do this because when I'm engaging a point, especially the one map that's coming to mind, Forest and Niflhel, which you will be seeing some gameplay of, I typically go straight for mid, and when I'm going up the staircase, I like to put down Symbol of Punishment just to get that edge and get the initial damage off. And if I can, I will Chains of Light them and root them so I can take a little bit more time on the node and get more damage out to them, and then possibly shoot a couple Orbs of Wrath But if they happen to dodge out of the chains of light, or I don't know, they go invulnerable or something, I will typically switch to sword focus, which is where your damage really starts pumping out. I tend to engage with symbol of blades, which is just like the old skill where you teleport to the target, but now you place a symbol around you, which blinds enemies and grants fury to allies. And then I'll follow that up with Zealot's Defense, which does a huge, let me tell you, a huge burst of damage. Zealot's Defense will destroy projectiles and do a buttload of damage. So it's really, really satisfying when you are getting onto a point and you have like either a thief or an elementalist and you lock them down and then you just do Zealot's Defense and you just see their health bar vanish. It's really, really fun. But I also will, in conjunction with Zealot's Defense, I will pop Shield of Wrath because it will block 3 attacks. But if it does not block 3 attacks, it will explode, dealing a really, really large chunk of damage. Number 2, 3, so Symbol of Blades, Zealot's Defense, and if Shield of Wrath pops, you usually can take down some Guardians, possibly Warrior, depending on their builds, but you can mostly burst people down. Really any profession with this combination. I usually stick Ray of Judgment in there just in case if I want to blind someone. If I'm downing them, I'll blind them so they won't knock me back or something. But other than that, that's the basics for Sword Focus and Scepter Shield. Shield is just for a little bit more healing and utility with a knockback. Next, our utilities. Purification, basic trap, which will damage them a little bit, but also give you a large chunk of healing. Next, we take Smiter's Smite Condition, which is with the Monk's Focus, will heal you and removes condition, so it's a nice Condi cleanse. The next we're taking is Test of Faith, which is a trap that will lay down a ring of blades, and whenever enemies pass through them, they will take large damage. And the next slot on the meta battle, you have a free slot. I just take Fragments of Faith, mostly because the Pure of Heart, that's the thing that logically comes to me. If there is another utility skill you can take that someone knows about, please comment that down below so I can optimize this build, because I am going to be playing this quite a lot in Season 4. So Fragments of Faith is just a trap that explodes and grants Aegis to everyone around you, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Next, we're taking Renewed Focus, which is a meditation skill, so it also heal you when you use it, but you will recover all your virtues, and you also go invulnerable, so no one can actually damage you, and at the end you're going to get healed. So it's a bit of a healing skill. It's like a very minor healing skill, but you typically want to use this when all your virtues are used. Shield of Courage has a very long cooldown, so I typically pop Shield of Courage, wait for that to end, and then I'll pop Wings of Resolve if I need the healing, and then just throw out a Spear of Justice and hope it hits someone, and then I'll typically use that. I will sometimes use this if I'm about to die and I want to keep on a point, just to give my team some time to get there, but I try not to do that, because it's a pretty big waste, but I did see or realize that I actually use that in the gameplay footage that I'm about to show you. So, speaking of which, that is the build. Meta Battle is amazing website. I use it I've actually been using it a little bit more frequently. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. I will post it down below if you want to check it out. But now we're going to transition into some gameplay footage. So, I hope you guys like the build, and I'll talk to you guys over there. So, see ya. Hello everyone, and welcome back. Yes, finally looking at some gameplay. I'm going to let the gameplay roll in the background while I just talk about stuff. Yes, we're getting ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I just want to talk about how this season, I think I'm really going to focus on PvP. I did not really focus on last season's, mostly because I got in a pretty bad losing streak, and that kind of like destroyed my drive to do PvP. I ended last season in was it Emerald? It was after that. It was Sapphire. You've taken the Ruby. So I think I ended in Sapphire. And I was really sad because I set my goal for Ruby and I just didn't make it. But anyway, I'm gonna try to make it to Ruby this season, and maybe even further than that. I'm gonna really try. Sorry about the door. Damn. But here I'm on the point and just trying my hardest to stay alive. I actually go fairly down. I mean, I get my health goes a bit lower, and I got really scared and like, hold on, let's play a little bit more defensively. So I switched to shield, and I start getting some ages, getting some heals. All my cooldowns, all my defensive cooldowns are used up, and I'm like, oh gosh, and I go down. Thankfully, he stops and I get back up. So I was like, yes. Thankfully, by a streak of luck, everyone else was down, so I didn't have too much harder of a trouble. It wasn't grammatic, whatever. Of staying alive. So that was good. But another thing this season, I feel like as the seasons have been progressing, every class has just gotten 10 times more bursty. And I don't like, personally, everything really on this channel is personally about my opinions, but I've never been a fan of bursty PvP and a game that is predominantly bursty. Like every class, with except like thieves are designed to be bursty, which they are. Warriors are now bursty. When I think of a warrior, I don't think of a thief bursting someone down. Guardians are bursty. Mesmers are bursties. Ellies are bursty. Rangers are bursty. Like some ranger builds I've just been destroyed a couple times, and I don't know, I think the PvP is going into more of a direction where whoever can press buttons faster wins. And that adds a certain aspect of fun, I guess. But after a while, I've like noticed it more and more. And I don't know. It's something that I'm kind of iffy about, but I'm gonna still play a lot of PvP because it's fun. So here we have a fight on home, and I'm like, oh, hell no, and I almost die. So I was like, oh, I remember from watching a video a while ago, there's this little back ledge with a balcony thing. So I go there, I get the other two down, we secure the point, and yeah, for this game I was focusing on roaming between mid and home. Even though I never really told the other team, I should have. I mean, like, hey guys, I'm gonna be roaming.
The keep's been lost.
I kind of just did it, and it seemed to work out fairly decent for our team. Like, we're already ahead, and I felt like this game could have gone like really bad because at this moment I was like, okay, they have 2 points, and usually when that happens, my team, I don't know if it's just me, like I'm the bad luck charm, but usually my team doesn't get 2 points back. They only can ever keep home. So I'm like, oh gosh, it's gonna be one of these games. But no, I come to mid, and we're already like taking it back. So I'm like, okay, my faith was restored a little bit. But in the back of my mind, I think of every PvPer, there's always that thought in the back of their mind where they're just like, you know what, something terrible is gonna happen. Like we're not gonna get one of the beasts. Beasts when I'm talking about forced to Nifahel. Like, we're not gonna get one of the beasts. Our trebuchet is gonna go down. Something like that. We're not gonna get the orb in Spirit Watch. There's always those things in the back of your mind. But I think in this specific match, it was more of because I was on a win streak. I was like, if this doesn't happen, you know, I'm gonna get in a bad losing streak. But you know, I kept pushing forward, and I think that's what any PvPer should do. Just keep pushing forward. Don't give up, because you could turn a game around. They started catching up, but I'm like, okay. You know, I went down there, but I was like, okay, we're gonna just keep pushing. And I think sometimes people forget that. And I've been in a couple matches where people just AFK. And I'm like, ugh, why? But that's other people, and it's, you know, to be expected. But with this specific build, I've been having a lot of fun. For Guardian, I think I'm gonna be definitely maining Guardian in this season. I want to, at least. I've tried Mesmer out, the Condi Shatter Mesmer. It's so complicated. I don't know. I can't get my head wrapped around it. I don't know. I try to help out at Spawnier. Thankfully, we got the last killing blow, so we got the points. This other Guardian here is I'm thinking of Burn Guardian because he has a torch, and I'm like, those are not fun to deal with. So I tried focusing him. He dodged away from my spear, which is always really annoying because you're like, I'm gonna get this person, and they just dodge as soon as you throw it, and you're just like, oh no, it's not gonna work out.
The chieftain's been slain.
But yeah. What else has been on other than PvP? Oh, I'm almost done reading Destiny's Edge. If you guys have not picked that up, I highly suggest picking it up. It is a fantastic read. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. And I think reading that book has given me, it's like prompted me. It made me feel like I had to go play Guild Wars 2 afterwards, which is really nice. I still have to. I haven't started reading Ghosts of Ascalon, but I want to. I'm gonna read that afterwards. I might do a book review of that. I don't know. Actually, that's not a bad idea. But anyway, this is a PvP video, so I'll talk PvP. What other professions have I tried out? I don't know. I think Mesmer and Guardian are the only ones that I've tried out. But I'm really, really liking Guardian. And I've noticed that a lot of people are playing Guardians. I was on a team where there was like 3 Guardians on the enemy team, and I'm not psychic. And I hope you guys are psychic. You don't have to be psychic to know this, but we lost miserably. It was like 500 to like 50. Yeah, if you have more Guardians on your team, it's gonna be bad. It's like the ultimate troll team. But here, okay, I have to credit the enemy team for this because they were so efficient at getting points. This was a very, very close game, let's say. But I think what made our team a little bit, I don't know, different and had a little bit of an edge is that we kept going for the beasts.
Keep is yours.
Forced into hell. If you don't go for those beasts, you're gonna lose. Like, those beasts give you a lot. I don't know, is that like the proper term? Beasts? I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I've always called them beasts. But if you don't get the beasts, you're gonna fall back a little bit. And especially if you get 2 points and you're just killing their enemy team and you go for, like, if you get the enemy team's beast and then you get your own, you're gonna be secured on the scoreboard. With that being said, you still have to play a bit decently on the nodes. English. But yeah, this game was a lot of fun, and this other Guardian was just like not having it, and I was not having him. He was not having me. But yeah, we're getting towards the end of the match. Surprisingly enough,
Spawniers return.
because we started getting that edge, and then we actually got our other beast. Spoiler alert. I tried going there just to like. Phone, please calm down. My phone just started buzzing. But I came over here and tried to get just an extra hit, because whenever you are fighting the chieftain or spawnier, the more allies you have fighting it, the better chance you are gonna have at securing that, because it's whoever hits it last. And it's really, really annoying when you're alone and then an enemy necromancer comes by and just puts all the conditions on, and like they don't even have to try after that. You know you're gonna die, because like the Connies will be ticking like fast and furious, and you're not gonna secure the point or the kill. So everything goes down here, and we end up winning the game in a couple seconds. Yeah, this is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. That was more of like a ramble talk. That wasn't necessarily like about the match, but I hope you enjoyed the gameplay footage and just like my ramblings. Like the video if you liked it, comment it below, and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!